league on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
This should be a good one to watch.
And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Well, we thank you for taking a break from shopping. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, full from Thanksgiving, Black Friday after the 3 games yesterday. Another spot on the NFL schedule for a big matchup, Greg.
Doesn't it just feel like every day is for NFL football? And listen, rightfully so. I mean, how fun is this? Another day on the calendar that we all look forward to being home with our friends and family, watching the greatest show in the world, which is NFL football, and couldn't be happier to do it alongside you, buddy.
Matt Prater's been around a long time. We'll get us started here. And off we go from Glendale. On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
And the reception for Chris Godwin. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Irving. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Baker gonna give it to Irving. He'll get about 3, and that's gonna lead to 3rd down. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Mayfield. Open man, the tight end, Keefe. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll send him over to the left. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Baker to throw. A pass. It's complete. It's Shepard. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second down, Murray. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. Second down and 8. Working out of the gun, Murray. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On second down, here's Murray. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He'll try to... He is in. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals move out to a 7-3 lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. They go play action with Mayfield. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
He'll turn this into a game of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Cards offense ready for their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Murray now on second down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, K.J. Britt.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Buccaneers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Running here is Connor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now a second down throw for Murray. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts. And sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from. And when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3 and out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, it's Irving. And a short pickup, too. About the 42-yard line. A give. This is Irving. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
One of the tight ends motions right. A short one there to Otten. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On 2nd down, a run with Irving. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. On play action, Mayfield. He's got his man, right side. It's complete. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Bucs have the early lead. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. Receiver in motion, going right. On 2nd down, Baker. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Cardinals have got it. Inside the 40. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make it plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Cardinals are on top. It's 14-10. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Irving now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. First and 10. Here's Irving. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Adrian Taylor Demerson on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. To throw is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Here comes Otten in motion. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On the ground, it's Irving. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On first down, here's Irving. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To get this complete, right side to Otten. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Motion man sent right. From the gun, it's Mayfield. You'll look underneath here for Irving. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bucs move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. DJ Dallas now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cardinals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On play action, Murray. Pass right side, that's Ryman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. Second down, Murray. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Connor. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Levante David doing his work on defense. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go right back to Connor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again here to Connor. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Murray. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll run it here, and it's Connor to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Third and goal. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on 3rd down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
So, 4th down, and the veteran Matt Prater on for the Cards. This about as short as you can get. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have tied it at 17. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Irving now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Right back to Irving, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They go play action with Mayfield. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Here's Connor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Two minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bucs have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Mayfield. That's his tight end, Otten. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Mayfield. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. This one intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Now Prater to tack on the extra point. His kick is good, and the Cardinals will go up by 7. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. To return is Tucker. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10. Baker to throw. This one caught left side by Evans. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Mayfield. To the tight end, Otten with the grab. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Mayfield to throw. This one is caught by Shepard. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early.
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. And the defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Cardinals offense going to take over just before the half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Murray now. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Murray. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Greg Dortch. Touchdown, Arizona.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators. Everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a solid first half for the always dangerous Kyler Murray. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Levante David doing his work on defense. Murray now on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. The Cardinals line up for a punt as he'll punt it away for the second time. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once more. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
A tight end in motion now. On the handoff, it's Irving. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That's Zaven Collins on the stop. 2nd down and 8. They send Godwin in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. They'll go again here with Irving. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
They'll run it. It's Irving. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, a run with Irving. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the... Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Cardinals have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. This is a give to Connor, running right. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now Connor. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And that is incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
The Cardinals lining up for a punt. The fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10. Mayfield. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. That's caught left side by Otten. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll send their tight end left. On 3rd down, it's Irving. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion right. He finds his tight end, Keith. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A short one there to Otten. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And this time, he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs will cut the deficit to 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dallas. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. That's caught by McBride. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Running here is Connor. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Levante David doing his work on defense. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Connor. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. It's a pickup of 12. It's an Arizona 1st down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Second and a yard. Now Murray keeping it himself, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down and 9. Working out of the gun, Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. The kick is good, and the Cardinals will extend this third quarter lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
One of the most overlooked qualities to play linebacker in the NFL is your instincts. Certain guys just have a knack for always being around the ball. I mean, think back earlier in the game, that fumble recovery. Now his coach sends him on a blitz, and he comes through with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's Irving. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Adrian Taylor Demerson on the tackle. Third and long. Throwing is Baker. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Cards offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. On first down, the drive begins with Connor. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. He'll toss it to the right to Connor. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They face second down and 7. Here's Connor. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line. Now Murray. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
This a must stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Baker to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Kazir White. And he's going to score again. How about that for a daily double? The 2nd defensive touchdown he's scored in this game. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Irving now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a pickup of 17.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
That one knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They send Evans in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
First down and more inside the 20. Give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
Look how everybody moves in sync on this play, Mike. You have the linemen hitting their pull blocks, the guys on the outside working one-on-one. They clear just enough room to let him hit it, and next thing you know, picks up the first down.
Here comes Otten in motion. On first down is Mayfield. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They send Godwin in motion. On second down, Baker. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Now he'll run it. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in, and it'll be 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to run with White, and this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Cade Otten. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He connects downfield to Dortch. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Connor. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On the zone read, given to Connor. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Here's Murray to throw. He's got it at the 3. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll run it here, and it's Connor. A 2nd effort, and he is in. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals are going to extend their lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Irving now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. He finds his tight end, Keith. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To throw is Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. Here comes Otten in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. Still on the move. And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals are able to extend the lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Irving now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Mayfield to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Baker to throw. This one is caught by Shepard. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Cardinals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.